back. Well, supermarkets are in the spotlight again this morning following a year-long inquiry into price gouging and dodgy deals. The ACCC has revealed that Coles and Woolworths are among the most profitable grocery stores in the world. Joining us to discuss today's headlines is Independent MP Dai Le and ALP President Wayne Swan. Good to see you both. Swanee, let's start with you. So this isn't exactly a stat we want to be leading the world on, is it? I mean, consumers completely hamstrung when it comes to basic household goods. How do we get more competition in the market?
Well, with a lot more sunlight, a lot more scrutiny of what the big supermarkets are doing, which is why the government has commissioned this report. I mean, it shows what every consumer knew back at the end of 2023, that they were price gouging. And now the government has to put in place a whole set of rules and regulations and scrutiny which can ensure that this never happens again in this way.
Like what, do you reckon, Wayne?
Oh, well, more new entrants into the market, much more price scrutiny. I mean, you remember when they were going out there, prices are going down, down. Well, we know prices were going up. And if that happens, that's where the government has to intervene and they have to prosecute. I think they also need to bring more people into the market. That's quite important, and they've got some initiatives in that area as well.
But as you said, this report basically just confirms what households have known for years. So why hasn't the government done enough until this point?
Well, I think they took advantage of the inflationary surge that was on back then, which makes their behaviour all the more disgusting. So that's why they're going to have a lot more scrutiny as we go forward. You know, sunlight is the best disinfectant when it comes to the behaviour of corporates. And we need a lot more scrutiny, not just of the big supermarkets, but big tech and all of those companies that are prone to price gouging.
Let's prescribe some more sunlight, shall we?
Yeah, look.
But they've stopped short, Di, of the ACCC has of recommending breaking up the supermarkets like the coalition wants.
Yeah, look, for me, I think that, you know, people go into the supermarkets nowadays and for years now it's been seeing the price rises, rising prices in groceries, and people can't even fill up their bag just under $200. So I think it's a struggle for businesses, big and small, to really provide, for consumers to buy goods nowadays. But I think that, let's hope that the government, these recommendations, will do something in terms of stabilising prices, just like energy retailers as well. There's that whole huge increase in energy, and what can the government do to ensure that there's stabilisation in our, it's essential goods, groceries and energy and insurance and all of that.
All eyes will be on the Treasurer next Tuesday, won't they? I mean, especially, Swanee, when we're looking at the impact on small businesses these days, trying to provide an alternative. But a new report this morning in the Daily Telegraph shows that owners are recording an 18% collapse in income since Labor took office. Are you doing enough to protect them?
Well, I don't accept that claim. The fact is that the economy at the moment is strong, but we've been through an inflationary surge. That's impacted a whole lot of people in our community, including many struggling small businesses.
So then that number would make sense?
Well, it doesn't necessarily make sense. The fact is that we've got low unemployment. We do have one of the strongest economies in the world. And if you were going to be in small business or business anywhere in the world at the moment, you'd rather be here than in many other countries. That doesn't mean to say that every small business is doing well, and anything we can do to help struggling small businesses, we should. But the most fundamental thing we can do for small business is to have a strong economy, which Australia has had over a long period of time. Inflation is coming down, interest rates are coming down, growth is strong, and employment is strong.
Okay.
I don't know where, Wayne, where you've been with small business, but I certainly, in my community in Western Sydney and in the Fowler communities, small business are really struggling. The energy bills increase has really caused an electric shock to not just families but small business owners. They are struggling with that. They're telling me the cost of food, providing restaurants, from sugar to eggs to flour. All of that has really increased the cost for small business, and a lot of them are closing in Western Sydney. So I don't know where Wayne is getting his.
I'm not suggesting that all small businesses are doing well, Di, but what I am suggesting is that for small business to do well, they have to have the fundamentals in the economy right. Inflation is now coming down. It has hurt many small businesses. Employment is strong. And when you get those happening all at once, you get the best conditions for business to operate in.
Cost has gone up, though.
That's right. Inflation is coming down. That's right.
But cost is still up. It hasn't gone down. Inflation has sure gone down, but the cost in everything is still high. It's not low.
Sure. We're still struggling out there, aren't we, right across the country? All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a good weekend. The Today team is